Hello, this is a review of the Libelle Carbon Fiber fountain pen. Just got this today. Came in a very plain paper box with a little plastic sticker that says Libelle. I believe it's Libelle, New York, but I'm not sure because of there was a card inside this pouch, this leather case rather. It's not really a pouch. It's like a velcroed, and it is leather from what I can tell. Very soft, very nice leather actually. Reminds me of some of the very expensive gloves I have. But this card kind of came in here in this sleeve, and I don't know what else you would use the sleeve for because nothing else would fit. But this has a California address on it, so I'm not sure what this brand is all about. I found out about it just browsing online. I came across this brand a couple of times, and I found a deal on eBay, and I bought it for about $50. I think it was $46 or so. It does have a lifetime mechanical warranty, so I'm gonna hang on to this card. Inside was this very nice leather pouch, which has a little Velcro thing, a little made in China tag, a little leather embossed label here, and this sleeve, which I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with it. The pen, it has two sleeves in it, two pen sleeves in it, and this one actually had the converter in it, which I installed, and there was a little blue ink standard international cartridge that was in the barrel, in the pen itself. And I basically installed the cartridge because I wanted to use ink, bottled ink rather than the cartridge. Looking at the pen, good size. It's not an oversized, but it's a fairly large size pen. It's not a small pen by any means. And I really like the design, generally speaking. It doesn't have an expensive pen feel to it. The chrome accents and the stainless steel or whatever feels just not expensive. So I don't know if it's how they machine it or what they do, but I have some expensive pens, and you can tell that they're expensive pens. But it's in general, there's nothing wrong with the fit and finish, so don't get me wrong. It's a snap-on, snap-off cap, fits very nice. Everything is nice in general. It just doesn't feel like an expensive pen, which is okay, because it is not an expensive pen. It has some similarities to the Pelikan, I'm gonna say M800 Souverain design, and those are essentially the clip. It's a very Pelikan-like clip, and also this offset cap crown. This is in chrome, but a Pelikan has kind of a plastic offset crown. No logo here, just a black center medallion or whatever you want to call it. So the cap is black. Majority of the barrel is carbon fiber. This is my second carbon fiber pen. I did a review for a Faber-Castell carbon fiber pen, which is also very, very nice. I don't think this is in the same class as that pen, even though that pen is about the same price, but still very nice. Now this is, as I mentioned, it's a cartridge converter pen, and I installed the converter in here, but because of this end piece here, this black end with the chrome banding and this offset cap, which I believe is intended for it to post, it's very good size, as I mentioned, good weight balance, but it seems like it's a piston fill, which it's not. So this is really intended for it to post, and very nice size, good weight balance. I'm actually surprised at With all this metal here, I'm surprised it's not top heavy, but even posted it's very nice. I usually don't post my pen, so it doesn't matter to me either way. So excellent proportion, very nice, good size nib. I'm gonna say it's a number 6 nib. The width of it is more like a number 6 nib, and the length of it is more like a long number 5 nib. This nib is friction fit. There's no nib holder or anything. It just fits into this smallish grip section. But the grip length doesn't really matter in this case, because this transition here is very gentle. This is just a little step transition here, and it's basically intended for the cap to snap, and you know, nothing bothers you in this area. And it's got a chrome band here, little flared rib, whatever you want to call it. It's a thickish grip section, not too thick definitely, but good size, very comfortable to hold, smooth, no mottling or knurling or anything. Just finish wise, I want to mention that these threads here are kind of poor finish, but that's probably just because it's a cheap pen and they use probably cheap manufacturing processes. The converter is almost the full length of the barrel, which is also very nice. Interestingly, this converter, the plastic, I have some black ink in it, Noodler's ink, Bad Black Moccasin, whatever, in it. It's kind of like a hazy plastic, and it's kind of a little flexy versus the hard, transparent, clear plastic converters that I normally see. And this metal ring, most converters with this metal ring here, if you unscrew them clockwise, they actually allow you to disassemble the converter. In this case, if you mess with if you turn this metal piece, this plastic turns with it, so it's all one piece. So you basically use this to move the plunger up and down. You can hold the metal part, plastic part, whatever you want. The nib design, I mentioned it's kind of a wideish, kind of broad looking nib. This is a medium nib, by the way, and it doesn't say M or medium anywhere on the nib, but it has kind of a nice decorative design on it. Let me try and show you a little bit. It's got some patterns, design patterns, curly design patterns along the edge of the nib, a little offset away from it, and it does have a vent hole. And then it has this Libelle logo, what I believe to be the Libelle logo, but I'm not sure because not anywhere except on this nib, which looks like a flower, kind of almost like a Mont Blanc logo, but it looks like a little flower with a circle in it. So it's an outline of a flower with a circle in it. And let me see if I can show you. I hope you can see just a wee bit here. Anyway, I tried. And then it says Iridium Point, Germany. And the feeder, I believe, is an ebonite feeder. The feeder at the tip here says the number 1, which I'm not sure what it means. Maybe they have a proprietary numbering system for their nibs and feeders. And it's got a very nice deep groove, or flute, running right through the middle here. I hope you can see a little bit. And some very nice fine thin fins. And I filled it up with the black ink, as I mentioned. So this is a Libelle Carbon Fiber fountain pen. Writes very smooth, very wet, and no hesitation, no skipping. Just to show you here. Um, very nice, very smooth. Let's see, line variation, no pressure, little more pressure. It's not a medium. It's supposed to be a medium, but I don't think it's a medium. It's more like a fine medium, which is very similar. I feel like it's very similar to my Pilot Namiki Custom 74 pen, which is a fine medium nib, but that's a 14 karat gold nib. But this nib also kind of feels very similar to that, because this does have some flex to it, and I'll show you some line variation here. So I can go all the way from with basically no pressure at all, like almost a fine, to a broad. So good line variation. Let me just show you here. So you can see I can get some good line variation out of it. Ink flow is very, very good. I'm actually very impressed with this. I mean, I can go crazy fast, and no skipping, no nothing at all. I'm just very impressed. This is, for a $45–50 pen, this kind of quality and ink flow you'll find only in very few pens that I know of. The Faber-Castell I've mentioned has excellent ink flow. Caran d'Ache has an excellent ink flow. Nemosine has an excellent ink flow. The Sailors and the Pilots have excellent ink flow. So, generally I'm very impressed actually. Now when you do try to get some line variation, it does get a little scratchy. So, just be a little careful. But overall it's extremely, extremely smooth. So when you're using regular pressure, it's extremely smooth and quite a wet writer. I'm using Rhodia paper here, but you can see it's a little wet for kind of a fine medium nib. So overall, excellent pen. Very happy to have this in my collection. It's an excellent daily user. I'm gonna see if I can find more Libelle pens that I like the designs of, and if I buy one of those, I'll do a review. But very happy to have this in my collection, and I hope you enjoyed this review. Thanks, bye-bye.